it's Gamer Rach, and in today's video we are going to be comparing The Sims 3 and The Sims 4. I'm going to talk about 5 big differences that I've noticed between the two, and also reveal which one is my personal favorite. And feel free to play along with me because I'd love to hear you guys' opinions too. But without further ado, let's get started. The Sims 4 offers more customization for building your Sims. So one of the best features about The Sims 4 is its Create a Sim mode, since it contains a lot of different ways to make your sim completely unique, ranging from their appearance to their attitude, because instead of just dragging the bar like in previous game to determine physical features, you can actually click on each area of your sim that you want to change and use your mouse to manipulate it to your liking. So this allows you to virtually do anything you want. You could give your sim a Pinocchio nose, or a really big forehead, or super small eyes just by dragging and pulling your mouse. Plus, you can add even more customization to your sim by choosing personality traits, picking and adjusting their vocal tone, and changing their walk. So all in all, The Sims 4 Create a Sim mode is really detailed. In comparison, The Sims 3 Create a Sim tool seems pretty basic, since it only offers the bars for adjustments and only features 4 slots for traits instead of the 5 slots that The Sims 4 has. I will say, in The Sims 3's defense, the entire Sims universe has quite a bit of customization for character creation compared to other games. So even though The Sims 3 doesn't necessarily measure up to The Sims 4 when it comes to customizing Sims, it does have a good character creation mode in its own right. The Sims 3 offers more customization for clothes, furniture, and other things. So while The Sims 4 might excel when it comes to letting you customize your characters, The Sims 3 offers more customization in terms of furniture and clothing with its Create a Style feature. Create a Style allows players to change up a lot of in-game items by choosing from a wide variety of patterns and recoloring them if needed, and then placing them on furniture or on clothing of their choice. Not only is this feature super fun to use, but it also lets players match up a lot of patterns throughout their builds, even if the furniture's basic coloring options don't coordinate. But The Sims 4 decided to get rid of the Create a Style feature and revert back to the old way of doing things, where you only have a set amount of recoloring options for clothing and furniture. This means that in The Sims 4, if you find a really cute armchair and choose a pastel color for it, you may not be able to find a couch to match it completely, in which case you need to settle for something similar in color or something that looks nice alongside it, which oftentimes when you're building is really annoying. But in The Sims 3, you could just create a style and sync the two up, which was really fun. The Sims 4 features more intelligent Sims. So in many ways, the Sims in The Sims 4 are smarter and more emotional than ever before. Because in this installment of the series, the Sims are influenced especially by their environment, and their actions might be affected by their mood. Decor, recent events, and other factors can contribute to whether a sim is happy or sad, instead of it all being influenced by their needs like in previous games. And to make the game even more challenging, there could even be consequences for moody sims. For example, a happy sim will be more successful when they attempt certain tasks, whereas unhappy sims won't be met with such positive results. So it really pays to monitor your sim's emotions and find ways to keep them content. And this is a really fun addition to the game because it keeps things fresh and forces the player to strategize a bit more. In The Sims 3, though, things aren't nearly as complex, and the moods of your Sims are controlled almost completely by how well they're being taken care of, which can feel a bit basic at times. The Sims 3 has the ability to leave households running while you visit other ones. For those of us Simmers that always have multiple households in one world, The Sims 3 changed things up for us, quite a bit actually, because I introduced a feature that left households running in The Sims, even if you weren't there, at least until you turned off the game, that is. So for instance, let's say you have Susan in one household and Jeremy in another. You could leave Susan to go check on Jeremy, and when you get back, she could have taken a shower, eaten a grilled cheese sandwich, or done anything else that a sim might decide to do. And if you were to leave Susan for an extended amount of time, she would even have aged as if you were there playing with her. This feature makes for a lot of chaos in The Sims 3, but it also does add a lot to this game's realism, and it makes it a whole lot easier to create stories with your Sims that actually progress like they're supposed to. Sadly for fans of this feature, it didn't make its way into the Sims 4 base game, although you can still capture this chaos with the help of certain mods. The Sims 3 is an open world, but The Sims 4 is more stable. The last difference is one where there's no clear winner between The Sims 3 and The Sims 4, and it really comes down to personal preference. The Sims 3, as many people know, has an open world, which is a first in the Sims universe, and also many fans' favorite feature of the entire game, because it provides a whole new level of gameplay. With this open world, you can travel around and explore, make use of a lot of new environments, and experience your Sims world in a whole new way. If you decide your Sim should take a trek up a mountain, they can. If you want to follow their journey to work every day instead of just letting them disappear and fast forwarding until they get home, you can. The concept is really fun and really free, as well as being a nice change compared to all the other Sims games. But it does come with the downside, which is that the game is tough to run and has a lot of glitches. The Sims 4, on the other hand, didn't attempt the open world thing and thus is a lot easier to run and can be played on most systems, something that people with less high-end PCs and consoles really appreciate. And of course, it doesn't have nearly as many glitches either. And with all that being said, my favorite is The Sims 4. So basically, if I had to sum it up in a short and concise manner, I would just say that with all of the differences between the two, I just like The Sims 4 more. I find it less glitchy than The Sims 3, which is a bit of a stretch in some ways because the packs are super glitchy sometimes. But I really do like The Sims 4 more. I think its graphic style is a lot nicer. I like being able to customize my Sims more. And I just overall didn't like the glitchiness with the tools and tricks that were in The Sims 3 that weren't in The Sims 4. Like creative style, I did like for getting to match things up because every Simmer knows how annoying not getting matching swatches is. But at the same time, it was so glitchy that a lot of times on my less higher end PCs, it crashed my computer, and that really wasn't fun. So I think honestly The Sims 4, when it chose not to do things like creative style and open world, while it is a little bit sad because those features were fun, also at the same time I like being able to play my game, and with all the glitches that The Sims 3 had, I didn't play it as often as I played The Sims 4. So I think I would say that The Sims 4 is overall my favorite in comparison to The Sims 3. However, if you were to pit The Sims 4 against another Sims game, and I'm not saying which one, but The Sims 2, then it might come up lacking overall, but against The Sims 3 at least, it is the winner. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I hope you will leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more Sims and gaming content. And don't forget to comment your opinions on The Sims 3 versus The Sims 4 down below. Bye-bye!